Hello and welcome to No Man's Sky, everybody. ElanPaul here with another run of, well, another speed run we're going to try to do with the abandoned mode. Rules are down below in the description as usual, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to get this going pretty quick. So we're going to scroll down, start a new game. We're going to do custom. We're going to set this to survival, but we're going to, of course, increase the challenges and everything. We can't do save deleted because it'll give us it will remove the recipes that we need, because we're going to unlock all of them. And we're going to do expensive and harsh, challenging. Let's see. Challenging, that makes a difference. We're going to lock the settings. Everything looks correct, right? All right, everything's ready to go. So we're going to confirm, get started. Now, I'm going to try something a little different this time. I'm going to try to be creating a Minotaur as soon as possible. I don't need a base. I don't need a base computer. I just need to be able to create the Minotaur, which means I'm going to need some copper. In order to turn it into chromatic metal, I'm going to need ferrite, carbon, the whole 9 yards. We're just going to get moving here. There's the timer. As you can see, we've got the timer going. Timer hopefully will be as accurate as we can make it. But we'll see. Right? What kind of planet is this? Radioactive. Okay. Radioactive. Okay. That is the base computer. Are we doing ferrite dust? We're doing terrible, because these rocks don't carry enough of anything to make it worth our time. Okay, no starter ship. Don't forget, we cannot use any starter ship that we come across. Well, we can't use our starter ship, is what it is. We have to come across a crashed ship in the abandoned mode. That's the reason for the Minotaur. The Minotaur is going to help us find salt. I don't need salt. There's a lot of salt here. That's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to keep an eye open. I need some salt as far as I know. Let's see. I see some sodium there. We'll probably use that. So once we get this all going, we're going to find ourselves some more salt. You gotta watch for that. That's pure ferrite. Carbon. Let's get the sodium, because it's in our way. Alright, how we doing? Not a lot of anything. Okay, let me get over to our multi-tool. We have to fix...
Radiation protection falling.
And we need a carbon nanotube. We should have enough carbon, I think, to make at least one. Go. Okay, we're all set. Let's go find a cave. Hopefully the cave has carbon in it too. It's a pretty deep looking cave. That would be a cave there. This is not a cave. Just in a low area. So, again, we're going to need a bunch of carbon. We need a ton of ferrite. We're going to definitely need some... Oh, for crying out loud. We got a storm right next to us. Of course.
Radiation protection falling.
Following us, so we're going to have to get into a cave here real quick.
Radiation protection stabilized.
Ah, good. And we'll need some batteries and stuff like that, so we're going to get this moving along. I want to be as quickly along here within the first 10 minutes of running this. Good deal. We had enough to recharge completely, so that's good. We should probably scan these things.
Units received.
Alright, it's got some oxygen. That'll help us out a lot. Hazardous flora, okay. Probably not going to be doing a lot of talking in this episode, because we're going to be focused on trying to get this done. Now, the live runs that I've been doing are going to be, they're a little bit more difficult to get done, because, of course, you're in constant communication with the folks that, you folks that are watching. So, there's a lot of delays and stuff like that. Sometimes we'll pause, we'll forget to go into the escape menu while we're talking and things like that, so. But no big deal. It's all enjoyable. That's the whole point of doing a live stream, is for that camaraderie and all that, all the care that we have, all the people that are there. We need as much ferrite as we can get to. We'll need at least, I want to say we need at least 5 batteries just alone, just for the Minotaur, so. Okay, we're just plowing through all this stuff here. Yeah, we're picking up some other things, unfortunately. I'm not trying to get marrow bulbs, but, you know, whatever. We can turn them into sodium. Alright, let's see how we're doing. Oh, I got a crap ton of that. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of the marrow bulbs. There's only 2 of them. We need a bunch of ferrite, but let's get the batteries going now. Not a metal plate yet. Battery. Okay, good. Got 11 batteries. Let's get a little more cobalt. That should be enough. 1 more. I need ferrite. I need rocks. Good thing about these little rocks, they don't give you much. But what they will give you is sometimes they'll give you a lot of crystals and stuff like that, so if you can keep them going for a little bit. We need enough to make at least 5 metal plates as well. So we'll need a bunch. We're going to need at least a couple hundred, a few hundred, several hundred. Just keep going with that number. Keep going and going and going. Probably 2 stacks. How does that sound? Stacks are limited. We've got it limited to 300. There's one. Of course, it'll probably give me pure ferrite. It's okay. Okay, let's see how we're doing. 230. Need a lot more than that. How we doing on our mining laser? Looks like we're doing okay.
Radiation protection falling.
Sure is, but we're near a cave, so I'm going to not worry about that right now. Alright.
Technology recharged.
Plenty of that. Let's see how we're doing. Okay. Looks like we got a good amount of ferrite. Alright, let's get into a cave real quick. Go to this one real fast.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Pick up a little bit more carbon. How we doing? 7 minutes? Okay. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start looking for copper. If we see any buildings on the way, we'll go ahead and stop there, because we'll head in the direction that we can find any buildings at. So, alright, let's take a peek. So, we haven't really taken a close look at our environment. I'm not looking for upgrades at this point. I just want to get someplace. Okay, we do have a building in that direction. Let's head that direction. We have copper just beyond it in 2 different directions. Okay, so that'll be good. Let's go. We don't need that. Keep going. So, somehow we'll get up this at some point. There we go. Alright, go, go, go. There's our ship and the base computer that we're not going to be using. Don't have any clue what that's going to be. Oh, good. Got puffer plants here. This will be great. I've probably already passed a few at this point, but there we go. Oxygen is going to be very, very handy. Alright, that's a trade ball. What do you know? Yeah, lobster or something. Okay. For what? We have anything we can sell? We don't really, do we? Yeah, get rid of that. Okay. Let me just see what it carries. It has metal plates already. So that could come in handy. Let's find something to sell real quick, and we'll grab it.
Radiation protection falling.
We do need some copper. So copper, that's cobalt. Copper should be right here. There's one there. Uranium will come in handy another time. Cobalt. Copper 315. Okay, copper over there will be good. Okay, let's go. And we'll pick some stuff up on the way, so we can come back here. Strawberries. Strawberries are good for health. Those are coming.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharged. Radiation protection falling.
Not be good. Deposit. We're going to go medium. Well, it's actually not terrible. I'm going to dig some holes real quick. Get some silicate powder, because we're going to need to recharge this thing real fast here. Okay.
Technology recharged.
Actually, it isn't a bad one. Okay. I don't remember quite how much chromatic metal I'm going to need. I seem to recall that about, I want to say at least 300, so we'll need at least 600 copper. We're going to need more for warp cores and things like that, but we can get that stuff later. For now, let's worry about getting the Minotaur. Minotaur will also protect us from the elements, so that'll be really good as well. You know, inevitably there's going to be another uranium, what do you call it, radioactive storm here, so mini storm, if you will. A lot of you keep telling me you should really dig underneath, and I'm really contemplating that, to be honest with you.
Radiation protection falling.
Because it will protect me. You know, now that we're protected, I'll get a little bit of silicate powder too while we're at it. So maybe I'll just do this from now on while we're in these runs, because I want to protect myself as much as possible while I'm doing stuff. So
Technology recharged.
thinking we probably only got a couple hundred copper. Let's double check. Oh, we're up to about 400. That's pretty good. Expected it to be a lot less. So this was a better deposit than I expected. Because it looked from a moment, from a little bit of a distance away, it looked like it was modeled. Like it had a lot of silicate mixed in with it, but not really. It's actually pretty good. Let's see. We're up to almost 600. And you know what? I mean, we're obviously going to need more, so let's just go ahead and collect everything. What are we up to? 12 and a half, 13 minutes? 13 minutes now. Wow, what a deposit this is. Good grief. Talk about being wrong. I was wrong, so far wrong. It's ridiculous. How far along are we? Let's see if we can make a metal plate real quick. I think we should. Go. We should have enough to put down a portable refiner, right? Let's get that going. We have plenty of carbon.
Technology recharged.
Well, let's get that moving. Might as well utilize my time as efficiently as I can while I'm mining all this. Just going to carve out a little bit more base room, if you will, to wander around in. Plus, we're getting more silicate powder this way, so this will be good.
Technology recharged.
There we go.
Technology recharged.
Okay. Turn this way every now and then, take a look at our refiner just to make sure it isn't done yet. Yeah, we're finally coming to the end of this thing. So we're going to get about 900 out of this, easily. 9, 10, maybe 1,000, I don't know. Pretty good deposit here. Okay. 75. So a lot of you told me to do this, to go underneath and mine from underneath to save your hazard protection. You're absolutely correct in this case. This was an obvious thing I should have been doing a long time ago, when I'm doing runs like this anyway. Okay, so we're getting to the end of this deposit. It'll be protected much longer if we keep carving it. But we've got at least 1,000 that we've come across so far, so... Okay, how much did we end up with? We've almost got another full stack here, and we've got 150 in there. Let's get the last 40 out of this. I think we'll be alright. That'll keep us going for quite a while. Plus, we can keep some of the copper for later. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Now let's get another run going with this. Okay. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get some silicate powder so I can recharge this thing. We'll go into flattening mode so we can stay underground. There we go. That looks good. How are we doing on that? Silicate powder looking good. Looking good. Okay.
Technology recharged.
Very nice. Okay. Good amount of ferrite. We've got an excellent amount of oxygen already. Let's use this up real quick to get my health supply back up. We'll put the chromatic metal up here. We've got some sodium, which we're going to hang on to for now. Silicate powder for recharging the other items. Carbon is in good shape. We do need to add more carbon to this guy. There we go.
Recharged.
So we are up to how much? 225. So how much does it take to build one of these now? We need gold. That was the one thing we need. I'm talking about chromatic metal. We do need chromatic metal for the... hold on. I know the name of this. For the radar that we have to install. Well, let's get the 5 plates going. We can find the gold here in a little bit. So we need 100 gold. 5 metal plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We still have some ferrite left. That is excellent. Alright, good. Let's put the oxygen down here. while we're looking over here, so there's our ship, original ship. We need to go back to the building we were at. There it is. That's it right there, trade terminal. Alright. And while we're there, we're going to pick this up. Okay, we're going to get the buried technology. That's what we're going to do. We can move aside. There we go. Alright, let's pick this up this time. Get going. Nice to be on a planet that we've got plenty of this oxygen on.
Radiation protection falling.
Yep. Told you those storms would get me.
Technology recharged.
There we go.
Radiation protection falling.
Just see if this has anything. We're probably just going to have nanites, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's get this guy. This will give us some money, so we can get... We were going to get metal plates with it, but we don't need to do that now. So we can ignore our trade terminal and just move on. Now, the single stars seem to be mutant plants. So we're going to head in a direction for now. We need to find another cave. There's one right there. Subterranean relics. Let's head in that direction. Yep, cave right in front of you. Perfect. We need gold. And that's definitely not a cave, is it? Alright. Let's go here. And we may have to dig down to it, I think. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. Except we got a building ahead of us. Let's head towards the building. We'll get our... We're going just a little bit.
Radiation protection falling.
Decent building. We can actually get inside and chill out. Alright, I think we have enough oxygen to keep going for now. The more we get, the better. Because we can... I think that's weird. The more we can get, the better, because we will need oxygen to make our warp cells and stuff like that, so... Alright, we're going to have to use a battery here. Choice.
Radiation protection falling.
Oh, well, no, we won't. Just get my butt to move. There we go. We're in. Alright, good deal.
Radiation protection
Stabilizing. Alright, good place to put our portable refiner down and make a little more chromatic metal. Alright, yeah, that's carbon.
Technology recharged.
And we'll do the copper. Let's get the full supply. Good, go. Alright. Now, we need to make the Minotaur, so we need a cave. Okay, looks like we got one, like, right here, next to us. Excellent. Okay, that's good. We are in the building that we're looking at. Excellent. Okay, good. What's the number 3? Sac venom. Do we have any... Great if we could find metal fingers in this place. These planets are usually known for those, so that's why it's kind of odd I'm not finding any. I may run a little bit further to see what I can find, but
Radiation protection falling.
oh. Need any cobalt right now. Need is gold.
Life support power low.
That's okay. Got plenty of oxygen.
Recharged.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, guys. I even made myself a little dizzy there when I did that. You play too many games, and if you don't have all the games adjusted exactly the same, you tend to move a little quicker than you would, because in another game, you have to move that fast. All I'm getting is cobalt here. So let me just take a quick look and make sure there's no other stars nearby. There is a 2-star. Floating crystal, mutant plant again. Okay. Sac venom. Sac venom is always going to be the 3-star, but there's a possibility the 1-star ones will run across, what do you call it, metal fingers or something like that. So, fortunately, we just can't find any gold right. We had pyrite, that'll be great, but this planet does not have any. It's got uranium, got cobalt, and copper, but that's it. So we are kind of going to be a little short on those. I mean, this is odd. Platinum. We got platinum. I'll take the platinum. Can't do much with platinum except sell it, but it's about the most valuable regular metal you can get. Yeah, it is. It's gold. Alright, now we probably aren't going to get much. I'm guessing about 30 is usually what we get out of these. 27, yeah. So we're going to definitely need at least 4 of them if we can find them. Back the other way. What's our time? 25 minutes. I was hoping to be already well on my way here, but apparently not. Alright. Let's see here. I mean, you can hope that you're going to find exactly what you need, but not all of us can be Jason. That might be platinum. I'll take it anyway. Again, it's just money. Okay. Good thing is that you can literally look at these things, and as long as they all say cobalt, they're going to all look the same color. But when you find one that's not, the signage changes, and you can tell the difference between them. So you can scan through them real quick. If they're anything other than cobalt, then you'll know. Alright. I think we're going to head back to the ship. Not the ship, pardon me. Let's see if we can get back out of the cave is what we need to do. Just make sure I've scanned all these. Good, looks like I have. Let's go find a opening to get out of and see if we can get back to that shelter, wherever the shelter was. Not there. There, that's it. Seem to be going the wrong way, right? Silver. I'll grab the silver because we can use silver to make a, I know this. Pilgrim. So if we get more silver as we go, then we will be in good shape. Alright. Let's dig our way out, shall we? Because we're having trouble finding the exit. We are going the wrong direction. Interesting, huh? It's another cave, folks, and there's an opening. Good. We've been here before. We're getting to the point where sentinels should start showing up.
Radiation protection falling.
Unfortunately, it means that we're not going to be able to build our Minotaur just yet, but we'll get there. oxygen we have, the better. Let's go ahead and grab this. So we don't know what's in it. Maybe it'll be radiation protection. No, it'll be nanites. We'll grab one of these. Between all that we've grabbed so far, we should have enough to get us by.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Okay. Copper. Alright, so let's take a look. So we have 23 left. I'm going to keep the 300. Get rid of that. Got plenty of oxygen.
Technology recharged.
Got platinum we can sell. We'll keep the silver and the gold, obviously. There we go. Alright. There. And give us all we need. So once this thing is done, we are in good shape. We'll go ahead and get going. We are going to... I guess we're going to head south for now. Yeah, that doesn't really make a difference. We can go north, but we're going to be backtracking. So let's just continue to head south. It's no big deal. I don't care what pole we head to. It really doesn't make a difference. We're just going to head out. We're at 30 minutes now, so I would really like to try to complete this. Gosh, could I get it done in an hour? I don't know. Buried cache. We'll hit the buried caches on the way.
Radiation protection falling.
When our radiation level starts to get really low, we're going to go ahead and jump over to... we'll jump into a cave. Because caves seem to be very popular on this planet. Storage augmentation. Go figure. Just trying to get the stuff out of that, but that's alright. Condensed carbon would have been great. Got a holographic transmission tower. We got more mutant plants. We're not finding fingers, which kind of sucks, because I was really, really hoping this kind of planet would have what we're looking for. But it is what it is. There's that special music.
Technology recharged.
Sodium is always a good thing. Grab it while we can.
Radiation protection falling.
Okay. Another building over the rise that's 600 units away. And a cave right here. Okay. Let's check this cave. If it is a cave. Some caves don't turn out to be caves. They turn out to be this, but we'll get fortunate.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Yep. Let's check this cave out real quick. Maybe we'll get fortunate and it'll have more. Stalactites at the ceiling. There seem to be more of those than they seem to be of the others. Yeah, not as many stalagmites in these caves. Oh, is that? That's silver. Okay, we'll take the silver. Okay. Now let's hope we come across some gold. It'd be great if we can find it. In each cave we hit, we just get a little bit more gold. That'll be great. A big cave, man. You can create quite the base here if you have a mind to do so. Yeah, I don't know if those have anything or not. Thought one of them was different. Gold. Nope, that was silver. Darn it. Thought one of them said gold. But we'll take the silver. Again, we can make a pilgrim. Comes down to it. Alright. Gold. Take it. Alright, good deal. So we got a second one of gold. 27's okay. If we can get over 30, it's really much better. 28 is fine. We'll deal with it. Sometimes if you stay put and you check, there is a second one, but it doesn't always happen. Just letting you know to keep your eyes peeled, because if you find one in the clump, try to see if there's a second one there. That's opening up out there. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of stalactites here. The chances should go up that you would find something else, obviously. Gold, you saw it. Now we just need to find one more. Well, that's great. It's really, really good. And while we're here, let's take a quick peek, because we might get lucky and maybe there is some fingers floating around, but I don't see any. Let's see. It's right there. Here. Gold. Son of a gun. We might have enough to build it now. Okay, good deal. That should be more than 100. Yes, we've got 100. We've got plenty of silver too, so it's always a good thing. So we should have enough to get out of here. I just got to find a spot where I can climb out. I can create it right here, probably. Let me do that. Let's go back in the cave. Minotaur, right? Okay, we got it. Let's put you right here. There we go. Alright, we're going to check the Minotaur. Or... let's see here. There it is. So we need a wiring loop. Okay, good deal. We just got to find something, and we'll be good. But for the time being, we're going to be protected. So let's head in a southerly direction, right? And we're going to find something next. Let me see here. Cargo. Let's get out of the cave first, and we'll jump out. This looks like a good little spot right here. Can't get out. That's the only problem about building it down here. Right. I can't get out. Alright. Let's... nope. We will do this the hard way. You know what we could do? We could just call it in. Yeah.
Radiation protection falling.
There we go. Alright, we're out. Problem is, sometimes you will not have everything you need. See? I'm out of gold. I need more gold in order to be able to do it. So, I'm going to have to just go get it. see. Think we can get out this way? Ah, we almost had it. That was weird. It's like we can get just about to the edge, and then it gives up. See how high we can get with it. Got it. Alright, we're on our way. So we gotta really head south, but I'm just gonna get around this whole area real quick. Alright, now we're going. So we need a wiring loop, right? So we gotta find an upgrade and deconstruct it. There we go. Let's check this one. Anything will do. Take nanites, that's fine. But we're going to start looking for upgrades to the south.
Radiation protection falling.
Unbelievable. Okay. Very catch. Right in front of me, actually. Let me just grab it. It went into my Minotaur, which is too far away to put anything in. Isn't that interesting? Got another building over there. Alright. Alright, next building is over there, and it looks like it's already got... Just go ahead and get it. It's not going to allow us to select it unless we move away from our Minotaur. Wouldn't it be funny if it happened to be, and I know you're all thinking this too, wouldn't it be funny if it was a ship, right? And we've done all this, and it turns out we found a ship within a couple minutes. Yeah, right. That's not even funny. There we go, and it happens to be radiation protection. Oh my gosh. Something I can actually use. Unbelievable. I'm speechless. Speechless at this point. I don't know what to say. Of course, the one thing I happen to find happens to be the one thing I can really use is radiation protection. I mean, the Minotaur protects us from radiation. Really?
Radiation protection falling.
Cobalt. Trying to see what we have in here that caused us a problem.
Recharged.
Alright, good. Alright, so we have this. I'm trying to debate whether I want to use it or not. So, is that. Let's go for the buried technology. Like I said, if we can just get one upgrade. That we don't need. This is the one time when we're on a planet that we needed an upgrade like radiation protection, and then we're at the point where it's like, okay, we really don't need it anymore, so let's go ahead and we get it, you know? So we should just stop hoping that we're going to get something different. There's another one over there. Yeah, there's a few over here.
Radiation protection falling.
Yeah, we got a few of them around here. Let's go ahead and just check them out. Try not to run into them, because this thing will destroy them. Funny. Okay.
Radiation protection falling.
Should be one right over there. There it is. Everything from this point forward is going to give me nothing. That'll be
Radiation protection
a sad
falling.
thing. That would have been funny if I went right through there. Maybe I'll do it on the way back. Let's see. Yep, nanites. Ugh. I really hate when this happens. You get stuck in the terrain with plants. Won't let me through. Okay. I wondered about that. Okay. Stop here for a moment. We're going... That's north. We're still heading south, so we're going to be going back this direction. Alright, I'm thinking let's go ahead and install it and uninstall it. Why not? We'll get our wiring loom, we'll get a little bit of uranium. Let's go to the EXOCRAFT. Before we head any further south, radar, distress signals. Okay, where are you? 30 minutes away that way. Time we can trim off of that. Hold on. Okay, we're going to go around that, because I know I would never get back out of there again. Okay, supposedly we have a building here. Let's see, hold on. It says it's 10 minutes away
Radiation protection
on foot.
falling.
I don't see anything. I don't see any buildings anywhere. 25 minutes away by Minotaur? I don't think that's the case. Because the Minotaur does walk slow, but as long as you keep using the jetpack, we're trimming a minute off every single time we hit it, and it recharges really fast. Now we gotta keep our eyes peeled, because this looks like we're coming on a ravine. There we go. Far away. 15 minutes, it says. So it said 30 minutes when we started, and we've only been doing this for a couple minutes. So it looks like we're going to get off this planet within the hour. And then we got to find the portal. Down to 12. Another building. minor settlement. I don't think this is a Viking area. But I'll check it anyway, because there might be some good stuff inside. No, it isn't. Okay, but we can sell our salvage data and the platinum we picked up. So we've got about 500,000 units now, so we can actually buy some good stuff here if it has good stuff to buy. We do need microprocessors. I think we need 3 of those. Okay. And look, there's some more silver there. So, okay, I think that should do it.
Product received. Technology recharged.
Silver. Okay, I was wondering about that. Couldn't remember if it gave you gold or silver. Just checking to see if there's anything in here worth our time. Not really. Alright, let's go. Yep, I'm sure. Anything else? There's a building over there, but we've got our distress beacon right there. And it says it's like several minutes away, but it really isn't. It's literally right over this rise. See what we got. Looks like we got a ship there, definitely, so obviously. The good thing about the Minotaur is it always finds one close by. So, probably a shuttle. Yep, that's what it looks like. Nope, it's a hauler, I think. It is a hauler. Okay, so me and the haulers. I don't know what that's all about, but there we are. So there's our ship. Everything is damaged, unfortunately. We'll get inside for now. And let's see what we can make. We don't really need to make a metal plate, but... Okay, we can't really make anything. Let's get out. We need pure ferrite.
Technology recharged.
Okay, that's on its way. We need some condensed carbon. We do have some nearby. I can make it, but I would rather get it this way. And we don't see any sentinels yet, which is really odd. I don't know if anyone else thinks so. Oh, not yet. Starship.
Component repaired. Component repaired. Component repaired.
Okay. Fix this.
Component repaired.
Fix that.
Component
We need sodium nitrate. Okay. Shouldn't have picked it up.
technology recharged.
Let's get that going. Let's see. What else we need? We need dihydrogen. Yes, of course. Our scanner hasn't quite finished recharging. There's some up there. So we are under an hour. We found our ship.
Radiation protection falling.
We do need a bunch of this, because if we're going to be going through a portal later, we need to make sure we have enough. We need at least, what, about 100 for a portal, I think? I think so, actually more than that. It's like 120. Oh yeah, the more of those crystals we get, the better. Okay, there we go. Good. 3 of them. And better.
Radiation protection falling. Shield down.
Okay. Let's see. So we need dihydrogen jelly. We can make one right now. Let's fix that. That's done. This one. That's done. Shields up. We need pure ferrite, 50 of it, and we need more sodium nitrate. Okay, so we need some ferrite dust. There's no way around that. So we're going to have to do that. You down, we need ferrite. Let's get our ferrite in here. Ferrite dust, there you are. We need 50.
Technology recharged.
Oh. And we need sodium nitrate. $120.
Radiation protection.
So that should get us what we need. That. Okay. There's our pure ferrite. There's our sodium at. There's sodium. Let's just turn it all into sodium nitrate. Just call it a day. It should be enough, and that should get our guns going. Now that the guns are repaired, we can leave. So this system is what? Gek. Okay, good. We need to get a monolith next. And the guns are ready. And that's in a supercharged slot, so we're going to move it out of the way. I'm going to put my hyperdrive in there. That'll give me 135 on the hyperdrive. We do have a better place to go in regards to spot. We do have a good place to go as far as the portal coordinates are concerned. Alright, thank you, Minotaur. You've been a help. I don't think he has anything in his inventory, right? He had some gold in his inventory. Gosh darn. Are we going to need it? That's the question. Stop that. That worked. I didn't think that was going to work, to be honest with you. Alright, let's get off this planet. Alright, what do we got around us? We gotta get a little further out before we start finding this stuff. Alright, what kind of planet are you? Acidic. Let's see what else we get around here. Ooh, that looks promising. Empty planet. Very nice. That will work swimmingly for what we want to do. And just out of curiosity. Rainy? Looks like this. Is that a moon? It is a moon. Marshy. Okay. The moon will probably be easier to find stuff on. That is a planet, or is it a moon? It is a planet. Let's head to the marshy planet. We had a good luck with finding a monolith on a moon last time. Because the smaller the moon, the moons are smaller, so it's easier to find things on. I don't know how many we can make of the antimatter. Yeah, we need more. What? Dense carbon. Okay, that's fine. And housing, we need ferrite dust. Okay, all right. So we're gonna need some rocks. Get out. Giddy up, giddy up. Go down there, get down there. Wow, okay. This is not a pretty planet. Alright, can we find what we're looking for? So we're going to do a quick scan. We're going to look for buildings at this point. Any buildings will do. No, I'm kind of all over the place at the moment. I'm just trying to get acclimated to what we're doing. No buildings, huh? Definitely going to keep our eyes peeled. Very odd. We should have found something, I would think, by now. Ah, there's something. Alright. And we'll use that something as a guiding post here to guide us in the direction we need to go. Okay, that looks like a beacon. It's bacon! Alright, so should we go north or south? I say let's go south. South has been good to us. Let's go south. And we'll start keeping an eye open for a monolith. A lot of fog on this planet. This is going to make it a little bit more difficult to find things. If it gets to be too much, we'll head over to that abandoned moon. See what we can find. Okay, building. That's a drop pod. I'm not really interested in drop pods. I know that sounds weird. Alright, looks like our trail leads this way, so we'll start going on a more of a direction this way. What is that? That is a boneyard. That's what that is, over there on the right. Interesting. And we crashed freighter. That is debris. Helpful if we found some plaques or anything. That is another minor settlement. Yeah, this fogginess is not helping us find anything. Just a building. Abandoned building, of course. I keep seeing things on the ground and wondering to myself if that could be something, but it's a broken machinery. That's another building. So we're finding stuff, but not the stuff we need. Just over an hour. Another building. Up in front of us. Rock on our left. Another building with a landing pad. The building right next to it. Oh, the minor settlement. Another building over there. That's going to be a landing platform, but we'll head in that direction. That's fine. That is a... I think it's a plaque. Yes, it is. Okay, plaques are not going to help us. That'll help us find treasure and stuff, but that's not going to be what we're looking for. All right. We establish ourselves. This is not Sentinel ship. Does not turn on a dime. It is a hauler after all. Still looking. That's just a graphic glitch when you see that happen. It's I don't know how else to describe it. It is just a glitch in the game that it has a little bit of an issue sometimes going over certain air currents or something like that, and it gets locked up on you somehow. Big rocks on the ground are kind of throwing me off because they could be monoliths. And there's another spot that we just hit. It's funny that when I don't need a monolith, I find them every single time I'm running around. I can be running on foot, flying through the air. I will find them all over the place. But when I actually need one, I get the, what's a monolith? Okay, landing platform. Okay. Come on. Another building. Find a crash ship with it, though, if we want. But I am of a mind. You notice that we're heading west all of a sudden. And we started out by going south, but we had to adjust to get on the ley line. The air must be really thick. That's the only reason I can imagine that we keep getting jammed up in the air while we're flying. All I need is a monolith, folks. That's all I need. Find a monolith, we find a portal, we go through said portal. A couple more jumps and we're done. Shelter. Okay. Beacon. Find one here. That'll be really, really great if we could. I mean, we're 5 minutes into our search for the monolith and we haven't lost anything. You notice we're heading north now? How did that happen? Where are we on this planet? Oh, we haven't even landed on the planet, so it's not going to show us. Interesting. So we should have landed at some point. Couple buildings over here. We've seen one plaque, not seen any monoliths. You first. You are a little campground, it looks like, yes. This must be a landing platform because it picked it up really far away. Yeah, it was. Looks like we're headed east again. How weird. And that was a drop pod, I believe, just passed over. There's two more buildings. The far one should be another landing platform. That one's pretty far away too, so now I'm beginning to wonder. Looks like we got a couple of them. Minor settlement, that didn't come up on our radar. A little campsite or a beacon. The shelter. Alright. I think we should leave this popsicle stand and go to the other one. The popsicles here aren't working out. I was hoping because it was a moon we'd find everything a little tighter, but the density of the fog, the ground fog here, is awful. And it is a marshy planet. It is kind of to be expected, but... Okay, come on now. Quicker recharge rate, please. That should be the other landing platform, sure enough. Okay, let's head out. We're not finding what we're looking for here. I was hoping, but boy oh boy, this planet is a tough one to look at. So, I think it's that one. Let's find out. Empty planet. Okay, so we're going to head there. Italy. We're going to go to the sunny side of the planet because it should be easier for us to find or spot a monolith on that side of the planet. I'm going to finish this in the next 30 minutes because I actually have some place to be. But we'll see. We'll see. Wow. Yeah, this one was a little further away than I was hoping. Alright. So, again, we're going to go to the sunny side of the planet. So let's go aiming down towards these suns. There we go. And we'll come back up and around. Did you know, lovely people of No Man's Sky, that in these solar systems in No Man's Sky, the planets do not revolve around the suns revolve around the planets. It's a mechanic that they added into the game to allow them to control things better. There was too many metrics involved in trying to get the planets that were revolving around suns to work better. If I can just get a spot to start from, we can probably find what we're looking for pretty easily. See, the good thing about this terrain is there's nothing on it. So anything we find should be fairly easy to see, even from a distance. I don't know if we can get rocks from it. We'd have to slow down quite a bit. There are rocks here. Good. There were rocks there. No, I don't see any. Oh, good. One. I got one dust. Okay, I'm making myself dizzy. I'm sure I'm making you dizzy too. We will keep scanning just in case we come across something. Because there will be abandoned buildings on this planet. We kind of need them in order to be able to find the ley line. Caves. Jammed up. Now, I know for a fact that these little planets like this, they have had plaques on them, and I have seen monoliths on them as well. What we may end up having to do is actually just go ahead and harvest some stuff and get out of the system. See if we can find a better system we can find stuff at. Because a moon would be better. A better moon than the one we had. I was really hoping that that moon was going to turn out to be the place we're looking for, but it happens. We have all the glyphs as well, because we've unlocked recipes. We have all the glyphs. So we don't have to do all suns to get where we're going. There's actually a set of glyphs that we can use that brings us to a planet that is literally one jump from the center. So we're going to use that to our advantage. And it will be posted in the speedrunning page. I don't think I've done that yet, at the point of my recording this video as well, but hopefully we'll have that in there before you see this video. My Discord channel under the speedrun challenges. I think we should just drop down and start looking for stuff. Okay. I see there's a sentinel nearby already. There we go. We're going to need a bunch of ferrite to make enough warp cells to get where we're going. Now we need to just be able to fill up my hyperdrive. So we need at least 6 warp cells for that, and I suspect we're going to need 1 or 2 more just to play it safe. So 8 warp cells ought to do the trick. Start making. We're looking for... there we go. 1. So we got 2. Great. We need condensed carbon as well.
Technology recharged.
Rusted metal. Rusted metal. Yep, you know what I'm thinking. We have the ability to do so, let's do it. And then we can just try to find some... what do you call it? It's carbon at this point. We can have this chugging away, making us ferrite dust while we're walking around looking for the other stuff. Okay, how much did we get? 172? Excellent. Okay, let's do it. What are... okay, fill it up.
Technology recharged.
And where is the rusted metal? Good, on our way. Let's see. Do a quick scan. We're looking for condensed carbon, which we see none of at all. We could use some more of this.
Life support power low.
Not a lot of it. This ought to do. See some right in front of me. And we got a storm crystal out of it. Holy crap. You know what that means? We can make ourselves a warp hyper cell for that. That's pretty cool. Alright, is that oxygen or is that... it's oxygen, but we'll grab it anyway. Okay. Oxygen. That might not be oxygen. That might.
Suit power cells depleted.
Yeah, my bad.
Technology
We're done.
recharged.
Got that thing. It is more oxygen. Alright, I was hoping for condensed carbon, because sometimes on these planets you should be able to find condensed carbon. There we go. Okay, scan. I want condensed carbon. We got O2, we got O2, C+. If we can make enough of it, we can get to another system and then we can just do what we need. Now we have the ability to make at least one more of these. Good. So I'm going to make a... Can we make the Warp Hyper cell? There it is. Warp Hyper core. Excellent. And we need one more condensed carbon to make that. So that's really good. Alright, so we can fill up our hyperdrive. We'll need probably a couple more warp cells. Very, very nice. Finish that up and then we're done. So we can make one more, nope, one more of these. I'm gonna make one more and we're gonna make 3 of those. And I just need some condensed carbon. How much carbon do we have? We don't have a lot left. I think I see carbon, condensed carbon over there. There it is. Please.
Life support power low.
Okay, so we've got... It's still going, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, I was wondering. It looked like it had stopped for a second there. That was kind of strange. We should have enough to make one more of these. Maybe 2? Okay, good. Alright, we got enough. Let's make... where's the warp cells? Warp cells, warp cells. There. 1, 2, 3. We have enough to make another one. Don't think we can make any more. Okay, good. But we have enough to make one of these. Alright, so we got 4. Excellent. Let's move them into the ship. We are able to get going. We are in good shape. And this thing should be just about finished. Yeah, let's just let it finish. And then we can get going. So we need to find a monolith. Let's go to a different system. We're going to recharge in just a minute. Okay, off we go. Alright. Let's see, so more Piper cells we're gonna use these. We'll use the 4 that we've got to go to a different system. Gonna let them populate. It's gonna populate all the dissonant systems in real quick. Alright, now we can go. And we're just going to try to find a system nearby. That's Vy'keen. We don't want a Vy'keen system. Anything but Vy'keen. Go... Yeah, that's fine. That actually has a moon, too. Vordax. Vy'keen. No. 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 A lot of planets there. That's out of jump range. Okay, so we need to go... This one has a moon. Let's go there. This is our first jump. Yes, we haven't hit a space station, but we really don't have a need to do so. So, okay, here we are. Let's take a look. Where is our tiny little robot? That's a planet. just to make sure it's a freezing planet. This one is rotting. That looks like a moon. Arid. Okay, dry. That might actually work for our purposes. Let's check out the last one real fast. It's way out there. Okay, chart. Let's go to Arid. Daytime side. Moon, so hopefully we can see everything we're looking for. Being a GEX system, that means the monolith will give us what we need in order to find the portal. Wouldn't it be amazing if we just ran across the portal by accident? Alright, so we got our first building right there. Good. Let's keep going. If I can just scan. Okay. Gotta get a little height going. Okay. A little bit higher. There we go. Okay, there's a beacon. I came in too close to the planet, that's what it was. That's just a vent. Okay, we got another... Wow, look at all these buildings. They're just popping up all over the place now. Isn't that nice? That's kind of what we needed in the other place, but... Okay. It's just a little campground. The building. Looks like another shelter. Jammed up real quick. Another building to our right. Oh, that's a, what do you call it? Yep, and there's a resource depot. Another little campground. That looked like actually a bone thing again. There's a freighter. Crashed freighter. The shelter. Building right over here. Okay, so this is more promising. We're finding buildings all over the place. So I'm guessing this is a smaller moon, maybe? And we're scanning, and you notice it's not picking up all these buildings that we are noticing with our eyes, so... I thought I saw something over this way. Got some caves. Other buildings. Like a drop pod. Campground, shelters. I'm kind of like anticipating that any moment now we're going to run across a monolith, but steam. Definitely arid. Correct about that. Beacon maybe, possibly campground or debris. Didn't quite make out what the building was. Oh boy. Okay, there's everything here. Hold on. Let's get up a little higher. Looks like a pod. Campground or something. Nope, pod. Thought I saw one over here. No, might have just been plants. Okay. Need to... I can actually look around differently. I can just... press my button and I can actually look to the sides while I'm flying. A little too low. Let's get up a little higher. This thing doesn't move quickly. So we've been looking for a monolith now almost a half hour. That just looks like another shelter. Almost wish we could find a plaque at this point, because plaques would give us a rough idea of what we're going to be looking for in regards to the monolith itself. Archive. We're at the point where we're finding every other building that we need. Beacon. We are getting a small sample, there's a shelter, of the terrain below us. We're not really flying over everything on this moon. So, you know, the possibility of us running into it is kind of slim, but we're running into every single building in existence here. So, you would think, you know. For all I know, I'm passing them by just out of eyesight range one way or the other, and we just would never know it. Looks like another shelter over here. One there. Another building. Up. I think we found it. We did. Found a monolith. Excellent. Come on, drop it in. Thank you. Now, hopefully, it'll be one that we know. Yes, it is. Okay, the winged creature, you always want to shoot it. Put it out of its misery. Go, and then we go head back in and give the relic back. And there is our portal. This should be over soon. How far out is that? Looks like our life support's really low. It's only a minute away. Alright, good. This is the kind of music I like, by the way. And bring it in. Hopefully we have everything we need in order to open this thing up. Okay. Now I do have to take a moment to look up the coordinates that I need. Life support's getting low. Alright, we have no sodium. Okay, so we gotta go grab some sodium.
Technology recharged.
Copper.
Technology recharged.
We have plenty of oxygen.
Technology recharged. 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 Technology recharged.
Okay, there we go.
Recharged.
So we need sodium. How much do we need? Doesn't say. Okay, well, we'll find some. We have sodium over there.
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharged.
Need to get some sodium. Go figure. The one thing I didn't think we were going to need much of. Oops. Okay. Okay. That gives us, what, 18? And nighttime side of the planet would be so much better right now. We can go into a cave if we can find one. And we can make it if we need to. You know what we could do? Is that a cargo drop? It is. That is not the cargo drop we were looking for. Sometimes the cargo drops contain stuff. These little red containers. Dense carbon. Oh, I could have used that earlier, thanks. There we go. Buried cache. Machinery. We don't really need damaged machinery. Okay, and our scanner. Oh, it has not recharged yet. That's not a cave, I believe. No, it is.
Thermal protection falling.
Hill. There we go. Good. Building right over there. We can head in that direction. Find some cargo drops. We might be good if we get all the sodium we're looking for. Dense carbon seems to be all we're getting here. More projectiles. Okay, well, sodium is going to be kind of tough. There's a little bit of sodium. And because the terrain doesn't lend to finding these yellow plants on the yellow terrain very easily. How much do we got now? We got 37. Unbelievable. The one thing I didn't get, that I would be done with this run if I could.
Thermal protection falling. Technology recharged.
Let's keep an eye open. Find a cave, that would be better. Cave, we found.
Thermal protection falling.
Looks like we have one right there. Why are we getting ferrite dust? No. Marrow bulbs. There we go. Need more of those.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Okay. I don't think we need a ton of it. There we go. Those two are sodium. We'll go ahead and grab them, and then we're going to head back. I think we have enough. Okay, let's go. I think that should be enough.
Thermal protection falling.
It's carbon. Yeah. It's worth a shot. You never know. It might get an extra in there. Volcanic event detected. Fantastic. That always makes me very happy. Let's do something real quick. First of all, let's check. How much do you need? You need 12.
Technology recharged.
24,
Technology recharged.
36.
Technology recharged.
We have
Technology
enough.
Recharged.
Almost.
Technology recharged.
We got it. Okay. So now, I need to look for that address. Hang on just a second here. Let's go into the escape menu. No, go into the escape. I need to find... Hold on. Great. Now I can't find it. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and just get past all this. And we're going to leave. And we're going to go into the escape menu to save ourselves. There we go. And I'll let the clock still run here for a minute. It might have been on my channel, now that I think about it. And of course, I got to get past the ads. There. Okay. Can't find it now. Problem is, we'll have to do multiple jumps to get where we're going, and we don't have the fuel to do it. Opening up multiple things right now to try to find what we're looking for. This is absolutely hilarious. I can't believe that this is happening. Didn't send it to me on Discord. So let me do one more thing here. Pretty sure nobody emailed it to me. Yep, dead spots, sorry. Alright, so what we're going to do here, we're going to have to do a couple jumps, whether we like it or not. Which really stinks, because I know that somebody, I believe, sent me this message and indicated, hey, here's some glyphs for you. My gosh, I just found it. Okay, alright, we got this. We got this. It was emailed to me. Okay, hold on. So, we're going to go back in, and here are the glyphs. Pay attention, guys. You may even want to screenshot these when they come in. Alright, here we go. So, for bird rocket, balloon, Triforce, got a whale. Where's the whale? 2 sunsets. Got the balloon again. Triforce, and the TP. Okay, you ready? Screenshot that. There you go. It's an actual location. Alright, let's run through and find out what happens, huh? So, the timer was going for a good few minutes there, and I'm supposed to actually already be on the road. This is hilarious. And here's our planet. Now, if he's right, when we get in our ship and exit the planet, we should be at the world closest, or the system closest, to the center. Ah.
Technology recharged.
Go figure, right? Wouldn't that have been something we got stymied by no launch fuel? Yeah, here we go. Let's take a look. This is the world closest. Unbelievable. Okay, well, we can't do it yet. What we have to do is grab our hypercore and put it in.
Recharge.
And now we can go. Beautiful. Ready? Right there. Galaxy Center. Beautiful. So, I'll have to remember that. Here we go. Unbelievable. So this run took less than 2 hours. Was it an hour and a half? I don't know. I don't know if we spent a lot of time in the menus. We did spend about 10 minutes there in that menu for a moment. So, and I'm going to leave it in. You know, I could go in there and put it in CapCut and edit it out, but I want you to see the full run there. Unbelievable. So we got probably another minute of this. It's going to come to a stop in just a moment. And we'll be done. And fade to dark. And fade back in to the Hilbert dimension. There we go. So as soon as we come in our planet, we will go ahead and get in and out of our ship to save, and that'll be our stopping point. This shouldn't take long. This part right here takes just a couple moments because it doesn't take long to load anymore. So the theatrics disappear rather quickly. Come on now. It's going to call me a liar now, right? There it is. Okay.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization. Life support systems activated.
All right.
Shield kinetic system online. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational.
And
User initialization sequence.
there we go.
complete.
Just get in and out of the ship. That's it. We have our restore point. We're going to stop the timer. Go out to the main menu. Let's take a look and see what we ended up with, shall we? Ready? 1 hour, 31 minutes. So that is, at this point, the new record. I do recommend getting the Minotaur. I think that was probably the best option, but getting it, I mean, if you could find a planet with the with metal fingers and you can get gold real quick, you're golden at that point. That's just going to be a perfect run. You'll probably get this done in well under an hour. But that and finding the monolith are the two big things. Those are the two harder things to try to get your hands on. And because once you get to monolith, as long as you're in a GEC or a Korvax system, you're in good shape. Vy'keen is a whole nother story. So, but anyway, folks, thank you again for watching. Please hit the like, hit the subscribe. We will see you again next time. Maybe we'll be doing an expedition. Who knows what'll happen, guys? All right, then. Take care.